he's just my partner in crime. He's my best friend.
Over the years, Nicole has been in some pretty crazy and interesting relationships. From her 8-year-long relationship with Lewis Hamilton to her controversial relationship with a much younger actor, you'll never believe Nicole's bizarre dating history. Ever since she became famous back in the 90s, Nicole has been in a bunch of high-profile relationships with some super famous and impressive people. Her dating history is honestly pretty wild. Nicole's most recent partner was Grigor Dimitrov, and like most of her partners, he's a pretty huge name. When he and Nicole first started going out, Grigor used to be ranked as the third best tennis player in the world. He'd also just come out of a messy breakup with another tennis player, Maria Sharapova, and when he met Nicole, he was apparently in a really bad place. His rankings had dropped and he even refused to train, but Nicole helped him pick up the pieces and get back on his feet in tennis. I wasn't quite sure about them initially, mainly because it kind of seemed like she was more of a rebound than anything else. But it turned out that they were actually pretty amazing together. And when the news about their breakup came out, I was actually kind of sad. And supposedly they broke up because of their busy schedules. What was surprising about that was that it seemingly took them 4 years to figure out that this was an issue. I mean, maybe their schedules had somewhat changed, but it just felt a little weird. Nicole's dating life has always been pretty crazy. I'm not sure if anyone remembers this, but back when she was just a rising star in the music industry, she was allegedly linked with Nick Cannon of all people. He was also a rising star at the time, but they weren't really famous when this happened, so no one cared that much. I'm not sure if this was ever actually confirmed, but it's pretty crazy to think about Nicole being with Nick Cannon, especially now that we've seen what kind of relationship Nick prefers. Anyway, after that, she and singer-songwriter Nick Hexum dated in the early 2000s. However, something about their relationship just didn't seem right. No one could put their finger on it until years later, when a member of the Black Eyed Peas, will.i.am, revealed some shocking information about the couple. He said that Nicole was invited to join the Black Eyed Peas back then, but Nick didn't want her to, so she said no, which is just pretty strange, because Nick was her partner, not her manager, so it feels kind of weird that he was able to control her career like that. And even Nicole eventually saw that this wasn't okay. When she broke off their engagement in 2004, she explained that she felt that he was interfering in her career too much. While I'm sure that there were some broken hearts, I think that she probably made the right decision. In 2006, Nicole was linked with actor Talan Torero, and people had a lot of opinions about them. Most people weren't comfortable with their age difference because at the time, Talan was 19 and Nicole was 27, but the 8-year age gap didn't seem to bother the couple much. Their relationship actually lasted for about a year before Nicole finally called it quits. Her reason was the fact that she wanted to focus on her career, which was kind of the same thing she said after breaking up with Nick. Anyway, many people suspected that the real reason was the age gap. Nicole actually moved on pretty quickly after that because that same year she allegedly started dating comedian Dane Cook. Unlike her previous relationships, it seemed like she didn't want this one in the limelight, and there was never any confirmation from either of them about their relationship. But I still kind of think there was something going on there, mainly because there were a bunch of photos of them looking super cozy and cuddly. And even if there really was something going on between them, it definitely didn't last long, because we never really saw them together again after that moment. At this point, Nicole's career was thriving as the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls, and this was when she met Lewis Hamilton at the 2008 VMAs. Now, this relationship was particularly interesting because unlike her previous ones, it actually lasted for quite some time. They dated for about 8 years, and their connection felt super genuine. They were even labeled as the power couple of 2010, but it of course wasn't without its ups and downs. It turns out that they'd apparently broken up 5 times during those 8 years together, and the 5th time was the final straw, and they officially split up in 2015. And you'll never believe why it all ended. In 2014, there were rumors going around that they were engaged, and everyone was really happy for the couple until Lewis denied the claims. And sometime later, Rita Ora, Lewis Hamilton's ex-girlfriend, who he began dating just 6 months after splitting from Nicole, said that he told her that Nicole wanted to get married, but he apparently wasn't ready for that. But this was what Rita claimed. Lewis, on the other hand, said that the reason behind their split was their busy schedules. He said that they both traveled a lot and they were away from each other for long periods of time. He also added that the relationship felt like an extra weight, and as an athlete, he needed the right frame of mind at all times. This led everyone to conclude that Lewis prioritized his career over his relationship with Nicole, and he didn't actually deny that. It's interesting that it seemed like this was what Nicole had done in some of her previous relationships, but this time it wasn't her who did it. Still, Nicole seemingly moved on pretty fast because later that same year she was already with someone else. She began dating professional Swiss football player Padim Kasami in July, just months after the breakup. She was spotted kissing Padim in Greece, where she celebrated her 37th birthday, but something seemed off about their relationship. There was an age difference of 14 years between them. A lot of people found this really uncomfortable, but the couple actually called it quits after just 2 months. Then, some new and crazy dating rumors came out about Nicole's next love interest. She and Ed Sheeran were spotted together in matching red t-shirts backstage at one of his London concerts. And the most shocking thing about it was that it happened in the exact same month when she broke up with Padim. Everyone was really suspicious about this whole thing, but Nicole then told everyone in an interview that she and Ed were just friends. She also said that they just thought it would be clever to spark a dating rumor. She even posted a breakup video that showed her singing one of Ed's songs. In that same interview, she dropped some hints about joining a new record label and releasing new music the following year. So I feel like she definitely used the relationship stunt with Ed Sheeran as a way to promote her album. According to Nicole, she's currently single and focused on other things in her life, like her career, which definitely seems to be a pattern with her. Anyway, what do you guys think? Did you know about all of Nicole's crazy relationship, and do you think she'll ever settle down? Let me know in the comments below.